Welcome to Tiki Central, Canada. Ever wonder what's in that cool, refreshing drink that you just have to have on that hot summer's day? Me too. Picture a man going on a journey beyond sight and sound. He has left society. He has entered Tiki Central with palm trees, beach sand, blue skies, and God, get me a drink now. Here are your hosts, Craig, Cam, and Paula, and their wacky views in drinks, life, and maybe information.
Hey folks, and hey, how we doing? It's Tiki Central Canada. I am Craig, your host, your bartender, and information for the hour. And also, too, we have on our show, Paula and Cam are here.
Hello.
How we doing?
Hey,
and
everyone.
hey, surprise guest. So Norma is here as well for our special guest.
Not me.
Norma's here.
Yay!
I'm here.
Yippee!
And the reason why she's here is because we're doing is recapping the entire year of Tiki Central Canada for you guys, all in one show. And so we're going to talk about some of the things we've done this year. We've had quite the year. I mean, we're up to 3,000 listeners now.
Yoo-hoo!
Worldwide.
Woohoo.
Nice.
Look at us go.
We're getting there. We're getting there. Right,
Scary
for sure.
that these poor 3,000 people have to hear me and Cam discuss.
Everything and anything. Exactly, yes. But also, too, so we had quite the year because at the beginning of the season, we didn't have Cam. Cam was, MIA at the time.
Not a big loss.
So, wow. Holy moly. Right into it, right off the bat, eh?
He's just waiting for when you talk about me. Then he's
I'm
gonna
just sucking my teeth right now.
I'm gonna get it back.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I love this show.
Remember that I'm your ride home on those moments of rage.
That's true.
Snap.
This is how the show works. If
She
you haven't
is
figured
so
it out, yes.
old.
She is. She really is, and she's still getting married. Can you believe that? Some of us are old and single.
Oh.
Snap again.
I'm a dude. That's a good thing.
Is
It
it?
is, okay,
Is it?
I have to say this
Yeah,
is.
he's a bachelor.
I have to say this is funny. So Norma is actually in between Cam and Paula, and her face is going back like a tennis match. Okay, next.
Seriously?
Next,
What's coming
next.
now?
And just to clarify your opening statement, I am here because I was literally dragged down the stairs to participate.
Yeah, you were dragged down the
Dragged
stairs.
Oh, come on. You
Stairs.
love being with us. Don't
You should have
say
heard
that.
the screams.
I love you, Paula.
Oh.
So you're on my team against Cam. I love that.
Girl power.
Yes!
So anyways, like at the beginning of the season, like I said, we didn't have Cam here. So Mike and Dan did actually cover for him for a little while. And one of the cool things I noticed with Mike was that he had some pretty interesting and kind of exotic hobbies that he had going on. And so we'll kind of explain that one.
A little fun fact about myself, I collect antique fire equipment.
So yeah, so we're talking about March or April. Then we also had a new co-host come into play. Yes.
Who's
That's
that?
Paula. Paula came into play.
Yay,
It's
Paula.
awesome. And yeah, she
I'm
begged
your
to be
fan,
on.
too.
I'm her fan.
You both are each other's fans.
We
Chica
are.
power.
That's it. And so, because if actually what Paula's explaining is that Norma has also been on the show. She was also did the travel tips at the beginning of the season. We
I'm
did
a
that as
fan.
well.
Reluctantly.
Yes. Yeah, we want to mention that actually Norma doesn't like being on the show. Let's clarify that just
I
for
don't
now.
know why, because her voice is beautiful and everything that comes out of her mouth is really good. So
You just like me because I'm a smartass like you.
that's true, probably.
You guys should do your own shows.
I know,
will
we
talk
can.
about.
We
can talk
should.
about that.
Awesome.
Let's
Yes.
do it, Norms.
Okay.
That's it. So yeah, so Norma did actually the travel tips at the beginning of the season. So we'll go talk over about those.
Some VIP stuff before you go. For me, I always make sure that I've got a copy of our passports and other important documentation and ID.
And then also too, Paula came in around March or April, the new co-host.
Yay!
So you want to explain how we got to you being on the show?
I was doing a radio program at Algonquin, and I don't know what you have with Algonquin that we actually. How did you get your announcement actually in our
So what it
Facebook
is
page?
actually, I'm on the advisory board of Algonquin for the tourism and hospitality program. And so I reached out to a couple of professors there and said that I was looking for a new co-host to kind of cover while Cam was gone. And if they knew anybody. So they actually got involved with the director of radio broadcasting. And so then that's how that happened.
And then they posted a little like job opening type thing on the Facebook page of the radio broadcasting students. And I saw it there and I'm like, okay, like that could work. So I decided to send you an email. But here's the thing, I don't drink. And I'm like, oh crap, like I'm probably not going to get this because anyone else, that drinks any alcohol will be more qualified than me.
You drink now.
I do.
Yeah, you should drink now. That's right.
We did not expect that turn.
And I'm sure Justin's happy with that.
Sip.
Yes.
Yeah, I sip a whole cup of.
And I'm
little
sure
wine.
Justin's happy with that for
He
sure.
is. He's very.
One
happy.
sip at a time.
But so here's the thing. So actually, I got.
I'm coming with you to those AA meetings
you
pretty
got it.
soon.
That's for quitters.
I'm an alcoholic.
No. A gentle drinker.
There we
I
go.
love that. That's for quitters. That's a good one.
So what it was is I actually got about 10 applicants that applied for the position.
Really? Oh, we never talked about that.
No,
Tell
so
me
10
more.
applicants. So what it is that you sort of stood out from the rest of them was that first of all, you didn't drink. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll get a good opinion from someone who doesn't is not a bartender or not a mixologist. That,
B, she was the only one that was an adult.
but also too that you're Brazilian, so you have the language capacity. So then if I can't pronounce something correctly, you can help me out for sure.
Because he no habla
I
español.
know
No.
Spaniel.
No.
or anything else
Or
but
even-
English.
Even English sometimes I suffer with.
Oh, Cam knows.
Yeah, for sure. He corrects me every
This
time.
poor man
I'm biting my
probably.
tongue.
I know between you two, I get corrected all the time.
No,
Why
and-
does Craig do this podcast? We need to ask that question.
No, but seriously, if
Be
you
the
think about
bartender.
it,
I feel like that's a discussion you two should have in
Yeah,
private.
we need to talk.
So what it was,
He's-
yeah. So that was a
level.
factor, and then also too, what it was is that you said that your fiance at the time, now he's your husband, obviously.
yeah, yay.
That he's a Tiki
Yay.
fan, and
Yay,
that he
Justin.
loves Tiki, and so therefore it kind of drew me to you instead of the other ones. He kind of stood you out from the rest of them.
What did they say? Now I'm actually really curious. What did the other ones write?
Just the kind of their background in radio broadcasting that they did have, maybe, or maybe their interest in, like one guy was a bartender, I guess, on his part-time job while taking broadcasting. Well, I didn't want a bartender talking to a bartender.
Yeah.
That was one of the things for sure, and that's one of the things like what Cam brings to the show when we first started the show was like he's actually the question, just like you do. You ask the questions that listeners want to ask.
Yeah.
So you have
ki-
the customer, which is
Kind of a
Cam.
village idiot kind of role.
No, that's
Wow.
me.
Yeah, very well, Cam.
Well, no, you
Thank
have the
Oh, boy,
customer,
thank
which is
you.
Cam, and then you have the foreigner,
Yeah.
who I love.
The foreigner from outside of this world. The alien.
So one of the first shows actually that Paula did was the Made with Love competition that we did at the beginning of the season.
Ooh, I actually remember my first ever show.
I know exactly what episode it was.
I do too, but I forget the name of the drink
It
now.
was the Jungle Bird.
Yes, that's
with
it.
Mark. Yeah, so
That is
Mark
it.
also came into play on our season.
Because you were scared that I was gonna suck. And it's actually true. That's a true story. He was really, really like, oh, I don't know if this girl's gonna be shitty or what not.
And I don't
so.
think we liked the Jungle Bird, the taste.
His is actually
didn't.
pretty better than all the other ones because Justin ordered it a couple times
yeah.
and they sucked. His was actually pretty good.
Ta-ting.
Craig makes good drinks.
He does.
Very good
And
drinks.
Justin says now too
Indubitably.
that he's the favorite
Yep.
drink mixologist.
Yep.
That's why I'm on the show.
That's why you're the star.
I'm the star of the
The
show.
star.
This is my show. Thank you. So, anyways, yeah. So, the first episode you did was actually the Made with Love competition. And so I got my co-host with me, Paula. How we doing today?
Hi, people. And I waved again. Oh my God.
It's radio, Paula.
I know.
You were pretty tanked. It's like, yes. There was about 18 competitors competing for the best bartender in Ottawa, and you definitely sampled a lot of
I did.
drinks.
Was it because I know you generally speaking don't drink.
No, yeah.
Was it just because they were just so delicious and drinkable, or were you
No.
actually forcing it? Or...
No, neither actually. I think it was the fact that I'm almost like a kid drinking. So a couple sips.
Oh, that's the
and,
best.
and I already start feeling, I
effects.
start already feeling a little,
Loopy, yeah.
yeah. And then I'm like, no, I'm fine. I just need to breathe.
And maybe a few more drinks.
Yeah, and I wanted to
Okay, yeah.
keep tasting because I had to give my medal to someone, right?
Of
Because
course.
each of us had to give. So I was like, I want to find the less worse of this. Because because here's the thing,
no,
until
'cause
The
the
least
alcohol
amount of pucker
flavor.
faces.
until the Blue Hawaiian, they're all awful for me, and there's the less worse, right? And
Pucker
and
face.
the worse.
I was in the same position when I went. I didn't like any of the
Exactly.
drinks.
And
Yeah.
I wasn't a huge like one of them tasted like food. Basically, what I did was I would take a couple sips of each and then bring them to Craig.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
she
he
brought
was-
a lot of samples back for me. That's for sure.
Yeah, because I figured like it's not and I wasn't meaning them as hand me downs. It's just that he was stuck at the booth.
Sure,
So I
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
I know I'm not going to drink the whole thing,
So you
I
might
might
as
as
well
well
share
sip
it, yeah.
and then bring it
But
to
here's
him.
the-
So, Craig, you must have been just completely blotto by the end.
No, it was actually not too bad. But here's the funny thing. So actually, I taste one of these drinks that you bring back, and I'm like, oh my god, that's awful. And she's like, oh, go good, you too, right?
Yeah, because he'd be like, he would taste it. He's like,
Ah.
oh, I didn't like this one. I'm like, really? So I wasn't the only one. He's like, wait, you gave me something you didn't like? I'm like, well, yeah, because the odds of me liking it are slim to none. I'm pretty sure you'd like it way before I did.
Exactly.
So it was kind of a weird scenario for that.
But the
anyways.
best part of the Made with Love, and where that's where you should, well, not you because you love drinking, but they have finger foods. They were
howly
so
fingers.
good,
Yeah.
so good.
Like
And
little cascrutes, like little.
in every
yeah.
single booth, not only did they have the booze that they made, but they made something to pair it with, like foodie.
food to pair it with. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
pair it
Okay.
with.
Yeah. To justify all the drinking.
And so so another thing that I'd also noticed when we were doing the episode, me and you and Mark did actually, was we did the Smucker's jar. Remember correctly, the Smucker's jar?
Are we talking about me?
Yeah, me, you, and Mark. So what it was, we did an episode where we were talking about our age and how old we want to be, the latest.
Okay.
Oh, when
And-
I'm die, I want to be on the Smucker's jar.
I
that
want to be
thing?
on the Smucker's jar.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we actually did where I wanted to be 100 years old.
Didn't you always have to be 100 years old to be on the Smucker's jar?
That's correct. You had to be 100 years old to be on the Smucker's jar.
right.
What did I do?
I don't remember now. I have to go back and look. Paula, what age do you want to go at? I'm just kind of curious.
I don't want to go.
Oh, well, you have to eventually. Hello.
Who knows? We don't know technology or
Are you saying there's
genetics.
going to be some fancy elixir being created in the next few years that we're all going to drink and live forever?
I don't know, but maybe someone could freeze me and then like
Bring you back?
Bring me
like
back.
Austin Powers?
yeah.
So one of the other shows that we did, and of course we brought in one of your favorite people. What show was that on?
the Tiki and Disney.
Tiki and Disney. So yes, we did a show on Tiki and Disney. And
TD.
we brought in.
Wow, that one was quick and very smart. Who would have thought of that?
So if we brought in sarcasm,
I know.
be so if we
So
brought in
simple.
sarcasm, be STD.
I didn't say that.
The show with Tiki and Disney, STD, yeah, 100%.
Oh, goodness.
She didn't get it.
Yeah.
No, and I don't care.
Yeah.
He is my favorite person here in
Yes.
Canada, though.
And you were super stoked that he was on the show. Yeah, and let's explain. So Justin actually is a Disney expert, and the reason why we say he's a Disney expert because he went to 11 out of 12 Disney parks so far in the world
Do you know that 90% of his Christmas decoration is all Disney themed?
on the tree.
On everything.
On
in the
everything.
House.
Oh, no way.
Yep.
Wow.
That's awesome.
So what was the drink that we had on the show, by the way?
Does he have any Disney tattoos?
No, he doesn't have tattoos.
Yet.
So what was the drink that we had on the show for him?
See, that's the day I discovered how Craig really felt about me.
Yep. Yep.
no.
Because he named the drink that he served to my fiance Suffering Bastard. So what drink will we be talking about today?
So I figured that since Justin is your other half, that we would do the Suffering Bastard.
Aw, in your homage. It's perfect.
And Justin said it was a perfect drink for him and the show, for sure.
Justin's proud of that name.
Apparently, and you even said on the
Nickname.
show, you were like, "Oh, it's his nickname now."
Yep.
He did mention that you are kind of both sugar and salt, like we talked about the margarita. He's like, "Oh, you are sweet and tart at the same time."
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's the bliss point, what they call it.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
bliss point.
Yeah, Justin says that there's such a thing as the bliss point. So, like if the girl's too sweet, it kind of gets boring,
It's
right?
sickening.
And if she's too
tart.
salty,
Right.
it also like
You need a good mix.
yeah.
Good point.
So he says that there's the bliss point where you're like enough of the sweet and enough of the salty that it makes you want more and more
Makes
and more.
a perfect drink.
Oh, that's what I got.
There you go. The perfect drink.
See,
That's why
like
we're
like
alike.
what Justin says.
There we
Like
go.
it's never boring enough,
That's right.
and it's never like suffering bastard. You know
That's
that,
right.
that he wants to
Exactly,
kill
yes.
himself.
Yeah, exactly.
Aha.
So a show that you guys both did was the trivia show we did.
It was fun.
Yeah, so what it is that we did a trivia show, and if you go onto our website, you can find actually the trivia page that has 20 trivia questions. It was all multiple choice, and we did a show with 10 questions from that page. And the girls had to answer the questions. And one of the funniest parts of that show was we talked about Nelson's blood.
Oh my God, I still can't believe that.
So what it was, the question was basically, what is Nelson's blood? And the correct answer actually was
Corpse
that...
booze.
Yeah, so what it was is that Admiral had died in North America during a battle and being transported back to England.
Admiral Nelson. I mean, he's a
Yes.
Horatio Hornblower. He is a major figure in
Oh, you know this.
British stuff.
stuff.
In London, there's an area with a big old column that's called Nelson's Column, and it's got a statue of him. Like, he's a major British figure.
So here's my question: how alcoholic do you have to be to actually drink from someone's body booze and be fine with
So
it?
explain to the listeners
body
actually what the answer is, Norma. So what was the answer
The
to it?
answer is the admiral died and he had to be shipped back home, so they put him in a casket full of rum. But they ran out of rum on the ship, so the people, what do you call it?
Basically tapped the cask.
Tapped the cask and drank from
same-
Nelson's
with pieces
cask.
with pieces of like his
Nelson in
flesh,
there.
Well, sure.
with some of his blood.
Were they aware that he was in there?
They were.
Yeah.
Yes, they were. Yeah.
So
But
that's
you know, when you be at sea and they be no more rum,
Yar.
You gotta
you go
tap.
be drinking.
Aye.
Ew.
That's a little bit of rap instead of pirate, but you know, I just don't think that the pirates cared. They wanted the rum more than they
It's
cared
actually
about Nelson
soldiers,
being
but
in there.
sailors.
That's
but
soldiers.
sailors,
Sorry.
That's
sailors,
the
yeah.
level of
Sailors.
alcoholism.
Yeah. Speaking about people on the sea, we also then had a show on September called Talk Like a Pirate.
Arr.
Because me and Cam did one in the first year, so we figured we'd carry on
Aye.
the tradition. Fasty mateys, welcome to Tiki Central Canada. I be your host and bartender, mixologist, and hopefully information for the hour. And so Paula did that one, and the funny thing about it was at the very beginning of the episode, Paula thought that she could talk like a pirate by doing any kind of line of phrase and then adding at the end of it.
So am I correct in assuming that it went something like this? I went shopping today. R.
Yes, exactly what it
Beautiful.
was.
Hi, people.
Beautiful.
Arr.
Paula, you've just gone up in my estimation.
Oh, thank you, Cam.
Yeah.
We've been doing that to each other today. Like
It's right, back and forth, back and forth.
See, I
good
bring
stuff.
the joy.
you do.
That's it.
Parlay, eh?
So then the
Parlay.
show. So then the show we did, actually, where Cam came back, was the Brady Bunch scene.
The Brady Bunch because it's all
yeah.
Cam.
Paula.
That was good.
Yeah. So we actually, what it was, the first episode with Cam and Paula was the Brady Bunch one, and it was a great episode because actually it was the 50th anniversary of the Brady Bunch, and so we talked about the Brady Bunch, which actually we really didn't even realize. Me and Cam actually didn't realize in Brazil there's certain TV shows that are not available in Brazil, and that you've never seen the Brady Bunch.
Don't exist.
Well, that's
Yeah.
like a whole different country or something.
Norma
Okay.
throws on a joke in there.
That was really good.
It was
like
it was smart.
It was.
It was.
It's a smart joke.
SMRT.
So here's my question
spell.
though. What were some other shows that were on this? Like, because we did get in Brazil Full
So
House.
did you get Gilligan's Island? I remember we just talked about that.
I will have to see
I don't
what
know
it
if
looked
Gilligan's
like.
Island was also not available in Brazil as well, because we did talk about Gilligan's Island at one point.
How do you spell that?
Gilligan's Island?
Gilligan's.
Yeah, so Gillian. I-A-N.
G-A-N.
It's Gill.
Gilligan's Island.
Just sit right back and hear a tale of a
That's
fateful
Gillian.
trip.
You're missing a G.
No,
Oh,
I
G in there.
spelt it correctly.
Yep.
You didn't get Love Boat, you said.
Yeah.
No,
How about
Love Boat, no.
Did you get Miami Vice?
Yes. Miami Vice we got.
Okay.
Dallas. Did you get Dallas?
Dynasty.
Dynasty Dallas?
Nope.
Nope. It's okay. There's some
I
couple of
don't
ones
think
there.
Hunter?
so. No.
Oh, the dog. What's the one with the dog?
Magna P.I.
On
Oh,
that,
the Littlest
we got.
Hobo?
Littlest Hobo.
No.
So there we go.
Maybe.
So there's actually some shows that are not in Brazil. We didn't realize.
And
that.
here's the thing: there's maybe some of these shows maybe we did get, but they changed the title completely
Yeah.
as they do with movies. So I might not really know that we got them, right?
Right, exactly.
How
And
about
talk
Cats
that
and
with movies.
Dog? It was Katz and Dog, and it was about a cop named Katz, and he had a dog.
I don't even remember that one.
So here's the thing: if the cat,
was on CBC,
if
so
the guy
nobody saw
was
it.
named Katz, definitely his name wasn't Katz when they translated it to Brazil.
I would assume so.
So
So
that-
it really like destroyed the entire concept of the
Exactly.
show. Generally speaking, pun-based shows don't work in other languages.
It's like K9, letter
Yeah,
K,
yeah.
number 9.
Good
it
movie.
doesn't work in any other language.
Yeah.
K9.
Although it's the lesser cousin to Turner and Hooch.
Yes.
Did you get Knight Rider?
I don't know.
David Hasselhoff. Well, no, you
Oh,
probably
we had
Baywatch.
Baywatch,
Yeah,
yeah.
Baywatch.
Baywatch.
I think
We had-
Baywatch is international everywhere.
Baywatch.
Right?
This
Yeah,
was
well,
his
and
show
apparently
before
Germans
that.
love David Hasselhoff.
With a car.
Of course.
Fancy car that did tricks and talked.
It was a
See,
Firebird and it had a little red thing on the
Baywatch. I
front.
remember. I only remember Baywatch because I remember my brother and a lot of other boys that were my age bitching that the girls were too dressed
In what?
in Brazil.
In
Apparently,
Baywatch?
there
Yeah.
was too much
In
clothes.
bathing
Oh
suits.
yeah, that's the big bathing suit.
Yeah, because
for
it's a whole swimming
Brazilians.
suit.
No, compared,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
No, absolutely. Like
And they were like,
nowadays, it
Why would
wouldn't-
they put this hot woman in all this bathing suit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too much bathing suit
too
for
much.
Brazilians.
Yeah.
So
Well, in our defense, because Pamela's boobs would probably pop out.
no,
It's like, oh, I don't know about that.
with all that running, it would have popped out of anywhere. You know, they just kept it in there.
Tape.
So one of the things actually also too that actually happened, Cam came back and Paula was on the show, so now I have two co-hosts, was I was being corrected more occasional times than
Twice
I
as
normally
much.
was. Twice as much. Either be it my Spanish or my English.
Oh, sorry.
He says as she corrects him.
That's right. So now Norma's like, I know exactly how you feel. She always corrects me all the time too. So there we go.
So it's like this whole side of the table against that whole
Against
side of the
me, that's
table.
right. I'm all by myself over here.
That's funny. Cam, it's your fault.
But one of the things that we knows too is that you guys also too had a kind of a love-hate relationship when it came back to you guys starting the show together. Mm-hmm. And so it was like the comments
one way
went
of
back
putting
and
it.
forth. Well, because Cam would have his witty comments that were in English that you didn't understand.
They were witty.
That you didn't understand.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, oh, they were in English.
That would have been better, actually.
Yeah.
That's it. Yes.
See, I'm funny sometimes.
No, you're great. You're great.
And Paula has those humor, so there you go. Sense of humor.
Well, and you're also my ride tonight, so.
Oh, he's got to drive it carefully now. There we go. So also, too, if you notice, on the end of every episode, we've done even last year and beginning of this year and continuing on this year, we did outtakes. So we're going to put a couple of the outtakes in, the best ones.
That sounded very Leo of you.
I'm a water bearer.
He's an Aquarius.
Aquarius?
Yeah, same
Like
here.
my
Oh,
mother.
right.
Yeah.
2 Aquariuses.
Oh my God, that's why I hate you people. I'm gonna start getting people to big swallows. I need favors. Poor man loves editing, doesn't
Yes,
he?
He certainly does, yeah.
Yeah,
Is
it's a
that where
lot
you
of
put in
work.
all the swearing? Is it swearing in the outtakes?
No, there's no swearing because we are an all-age group.
Oh.
It's mostly
show.
fart
Oh.
noises.
Darn
We
it.
should be a PG
We try to.
18.
Doesn't
Yeah,
work.
PG 18?
Yeah,
18.
that's not a thing.
Mom, I want to go to this movie, but I'm only 17 and a half.
We're
Yeah.
creating a new category.
Yeah.
What's the highest PG?
14.
It's 14.
That's
It was
it.
13.
No, it's 14. This is
14
14.
now?
PG-13, I know exists.
PG 13.
I think they have 14.
No. You know where PG-14 came from? It was from Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones actually made a whole new class.
Are you
PG-14.
kidding me?
No.
I'm sure.
Why
It's based on a
Indiana
true
Jones?
fact.
And
It was
kids are out there
PG-13.
playing Doom and you know.
Fortnite.
There we go. And so one of the episodes near the end of the show, the episode we did this year, was Cam and I, while you were on your honeymoon, was the rum tasting one. So Cam, you want to give some people a little bit of feedback on that one?
Oh, it was an exercise in endurance. in terms of my ability to continue to use my taste buds and brain. And I certainly paid for it the next day. But it was actually really cool to get the opportunity to try a variety of, reasonably priced but high quality rums. In a short period to really kind of compare and contrast them.
Yes.
I very much enjoyed it. That said, the headache the next day was colossal.
I heard that you liked the coconut rum, though.
I did,
And that
which
you
is
had
utterly.
some from my secret stash.
I did, and I'm so
You have a
sorry,
secret
but
stash?
but I
do.
flat out blame Craig over
Yeah,
here.
I brought it
This
out.
one over here.
But yeah, no. So I have, as those of you who have listened to the early episodes of this show may know,
When one side was in one year and the other side was in the other year.
I have a long, painful history with Malibu rum,
Yeah.
which coconut flavored
Now,
rum.
apparently, he loves the coconut cruising rum.
Well, yeah.
It was one of my first kind of difficult drinking experiences.
Gotcha.
But this coconut rum I tried was
You mean the coconut rum of mine that you tried?
that is
I like how she keeps
totally
going back
accurate.
to that.
So when I
Nice.
She's
tried
a woman. She's not going to let it go.
I tried your coconut rum, I realized I could never go back.
It's the best.
It
really
is the best, for sure.
And it's mine because it comes from, down in the Caribbean and
Far,
you can't
far
get it
away.
here.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
it's
wait.
on reserve for the most specials people of all.
Just bring another one now when you go again.
Special. Thanks, Norma.
I didn't pre-approve you to drink that.
Craig, give me the coconut rum.
Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. No.
You can get more now. You're going like next
I'm going
month.
to Antigua. I don't know if they have it.
We'll
course
see if
they
have
do.
it.
We will see.
No, because actually cruising rum is very rare to find. It is only in certain air regions you can get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but
Damn.
it,
good
it, it
stuff.
was truly exceptional.
Send me
No
the picture.
question.
I'll look in Brazil because it's funny enough. We have such a huge selection of booze that from all over the
You
world
never
that
know,
they
I
sell in
guess.
Brazil.
Yeah.
Because if they have it in São Paulo, I'll bring it to you.
So speaking about destinations and stuff like that, one of the reasons why Norma's on the show today is because she did the travel tips at the very beginning of the season.
The very good travel tips, may I add.
Exactly. So if you go back, and
You've
you
got
listen to
fans,
these-
Norma.
I do.
Me?
Yes.
Shout out to Mike
There we go.
and Paola.
me. Oh, thank you.
So let's actually do a travel tip now. You said we were just talking about this previously before the recording that you said that actually is a good travel tip that kind of came up in your conversation with Paula.
Yeah, it came up with Paula tonight at dinner because before the podcasts, we always go for dinner.
Yes.
Yes, explain your
And-
tradition, by the way.
The
Oh, you
tradition is
started
we
now.
go for dinner.
Well, what place do you go to?
We go to the works.
But
which is,
we're gonna start opening up, broadening our spectrum.
Horizons.
Right.
Yeah, well, no, the Works is a local burger joint.
Yes, very good. Gourmet burgers is
Mm-hmm.
4,000 different kinds you can get and a million different toppings and very,
Mm-hmm.
very, very good. So we went there for dinner and it came up about something about travel. I don't know what we were talking about. And she said that Justin used to travel without locking his suitcases.
He still will if I don't make him lock it.
And I was like, what?
Yeah.
What? So we basically just talked about the fact that you have to have the TSA approved locks and you need to always lock your luggage, of course.
Yes.
Because people in some countries, unfortunately, will go through your luggage and you will find things missing. But even in your hotel room, you should lock up your valuables either in the safe or if things like your laptop don't fit in the safe, put them in your suitcase and lock the suitcase.
But one of the reasons why I asked you to bring up that point because is that we used to have suitcases that didn't have TSA approved locks on them.
Yeah.
And they would snap them. So the problem with that is that
The TSA would.
Yes, they would actually
Yeah.
snap the locks off.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
they're
No,
not TSA
I just
approved.
wanted to clarify that.
Yeah, exactly. So the best thing to do is when you're hunting for luggage or even the locks for your luggage is to get the TSA approved. That's what you're looking
Yeah,
for.
because then they can be opened without any
Without
damage
snapping
and you
off
still
your
have your
lock.
locks.
Exactly,
and,
yeah. And that's the point we're trying to come across with on this little travel tip by
Yes, and
Norma.
that's why they exist because even the TSA thinks, okay, you should be locking your bag,
yeah,
right, Justin?
exactly.
That was a free one.
I feel this is like therapy for her right now. Okay, it's like,
Oh, he's gonna kill me with this one
Yeah.
Justin,
actually
lock
is.
your suitcases.
because he
Maybe
cut
it's a
this
boy
part real
thing
quick.
because I've never locked my suitcase.
no, I've learned to lock my suitcase. Go
And I
ahead.
don't keep anything valuable in it. If somebody wants my underwear, that's fine. Granted,
Cam?
I'm a boy
Cam?
and I'm not a lady.
Cam, nobody wants your underwear.
No.
Even me.
And if someone stole my face cream,
Hell,
I'd
man,
be
if I could go
pissed.
commando
Oh,
all the
me too.
time.
Be pissed. Because
my-
2 weeks without my face cream, oh Lord.
My face creams are what's most worth in my whole luggage.
Exactly.
That's like gold.
Girls
No,
can
but
relate.
seriously.
Cosmetics alone. Good God.
Oh, well, cosmetics
Don't
cost
be
a
taking
fortune.
my cosmetics, you know?
And you can't bring them on the plane anymore because of all this,
Yeah, it has a
Yeah.
special
quote-unquote
size.
Size
rules.
and the
Yeah.
whatever.
So that is our year in a nutshell. Okay. Oh my God, if we're dying here.
What's your main wish for 2020
My wish
what
for
do you want?
2020.
for yourself? Like what?
So, if you know me personally, I'm actually trying to work really hard to become actually a professor at the college.
Cool.
To teach bartending. I've wedged my way in there through lectures and things like this, and this podcast actually as well.
You got to work
And-
on your wire rimmed glasses, my friend.
Yeah, exactly. I had to work on some more.
Yeah.
And that get like one of those like
I'll buy you a
those
tweed
vests,
jacket.
the tweed
Yeah.
jacket. There we go. Yeah.
The patches.
Oh, the elbow
patches.
patches. Oh, those are the best.
Professor Craig. Here
What
we go.
about you, Cam?
Me? Honestly, I'm
your
just
area rug?
well, no, hopefully that'll arrive before Christmas.
2020.
No, I'm actually just looking forward to having a normal, not chaotic kind of year of self-improvement and
Norms?
self-growth.
Well, I'm pretty perfect, so I don't know about the self-improvement part, but
Oh.
I know exactly what you want for 2020.
what?
More savings, less bills.
Well, I make that damn resolution every year. It never works. So I don't make resolutions because it's always the same. So I don't know. But yeah, a less chaotic year would be good because this year was kind of crazy, really, really busy. So I'm a little tired and I need some rest.
Yeah.
Some rest and some relaxation.
Well, we're doing 2 weeks in Antigua, so there we
That'll
go.
help.
That'll help.
That'll help.
Yes.
You, Paula? We didn't ask Paula.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. Sorry.
What's Paula want? She wants a baby.
I do.
She's gonna have a
Baby,
baby, this
baby,
year.
baby.
And no, but definitely, like I think that my main hope and prayer and wish is to get pregnant.
Aww.
We have officially
Baby
started
Paula.
trying.
Go Paula.
Oh, wow.
Go Paula.
Oh, no, that's awesome. That's awesome. Congratulations and
Congratulations on started trying.
keep at it.
Work hard at it.
Have some good ass sex.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the
exactly.
phrase? Practice makes perfect.
Yep.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what we're working on right now.
Yeah, consistency.
Or practice makes baby.
Okay, practice makes baby. There we go.
There you go.
So that is our year in a nutshell. Like I said, we want to thank all of our listeners. We've gained so many listeners this year. We went literally from, I think, 700 listeners last year to now we're over 3,000 listeners this year.
You
Thank
hear
you
that,
so
Cam?
much, guys.
You hear that,
Yeah.
Cam?
I
think there's
know,
a
and I
path.
realized that I was
Okay.
only here for half the year, so I can't really take credit for this, but thank you so much.
I
It's-
can't
it's
either
wonderful
because I was
to,
only here half of the year. So I think it's all
Combined
cred.
effort. It was a
But
combined
our
effort.
powers combined make us invincible.
Wait,
And
you
Mark.
Wait, you forgot Norma
And
too.
Mark.
Hello.
Norma's
Yeah.
travel
No,
tips
Norma's
brought them
right
all
here.
in, man.
That was
That's
it.
what can I say?
That's what.
Oh,
Cam-
Can't
yes.
argue with that.
I forgot. We
Can't
also
argue with that.
We also want to mention actually Mark's Adventures was also introduced in
Yeah.
this year.
And he has some good
And,
adventures.
right now, actually, he's on an adventure right now.
Yeah,
he
well, and it
is.
looks like we're going to have some good
So-
stuff for the new year.
Yeah, you saw some pictures I showed you today. So
Absolutely,
it looks like
yeah,
some really
holy smokes.
cool pictures.
That guy likes to buy stuff.
No, so dude, he likes drinking a
But you
lot.
know what?
Well,
He
I
buys.
can't fault him for that.
He buys, but he buys it like for $1, $2,
Oh, yeah.
$5 tops.
Yeah, he's a bargain hunter for sure.
He's a bargain
Smart
one.
man.
That one.
He's a smart bargain hunter for sure. So we also want to see like Mark is out there. So thank you, Mark, for helping us out this season as well.
Absolutely. I look forward to seeing more of him in the coming year.
And we want to thank, like I said, everybody for listening. And this new year coming up, it's gonna be great. We're gonna definitely give you guys more shows, more information. Okay, so let's tell everybody who we are. We are www.tikicentralcanada.ca.
All one word.
Or .com.
There we go. That's a good way to end the year off. And on that page, you'll see obviously us, our new episodes, new recipes. There is a recipe page with all the recipes we've done throughout the year. And some really cool ones. The Blue Hawaiian's on there.
Yes, my favorite.
There we go.
Delicious beverage.
Scorpion Reef. Scorpion Bowl is my favorite. I love the Scorpion Bowl. I thought that was an amazing drink. We actually did that on our tiki party. We had a Scorpion Bowl. Remember? The big bowl?
Oh, dear God, that was delicious, but boy, oh boy, was it problematic.
We needed more straws.
And yes, also we do have a subscribe page, so please do subscribe. As you notice, we have no commercials. We're not any fault, we don't use commercials to sponsor the show. So subscribers do drive the show. And yes, I know we've talked about branding. We might do that in the new year. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, so that is all I've got. But you guys, how do you think about the year? Was it a good year?
It was a good year. Well, for me, it was pretty full of
Lots
eventful.
of traveling. You traveled a lot
doubt.
this
I
year.
traveled a lot, and I married a lot.
And you started. Hey,
Yeah.
I want to point out you actually started Picky Pears,
Yes,
the YouTube channel.
because of how much we traveled. We had to find like something
Something
to
to
do with
do.
it.
Yeah, well, something for you to do.
A creative outlet.
Yeah.
And it was a pretty full year. And all I can say is I wish 2020 is half as good as 2019 was, and it's going to be freaking awesome already. Hope everyone has a great 2020.
Yes, and we're hoping to hear more of Norma in the new year by as well.
We sure are.
Yes,
Okay.
That's
She
implied.
said through gritted teeth.
that's right.
Eyes
she
rolling.
Did. Eyes rolling at the same
Oh,
time.
come on. You know you're good. Let's just do it.
Okay.
Well, and I am
Cam?
I am hoping for a fast, expeditious, efficient winter.
Yes,
That's
please.
right.
Oh,
Yes,
nice.
please. Bring it
Yes,
on.
please.
I thought you were going to say I'm wishing for a girlfriend.
Oh, man.
More trouble than they're worth.
Oh,
That's true. And very expensive.
Extremely expensive.
Yeah.
I guess me too.
There you go. On,
Until the other day, I was a cheap date, but now you guys made me start drinking, so I can't even say that anymore.
that's true. She actually started drinking on this show. There we go. And on that note, let's head out there, guys. And we want to wish again, like everyone, a happy New Year. And we'll see you guys in the New Year.
Have a tiki. Damn it.
He always thinks it works, and it really doesn't.
Oh no, it's funny. It's good. I like
One
it.
of these days.
One of these days.
One of
I'll get
these
it right.
days.
All right, folks. Off and running. Thanks a lot. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Toodaloo.
Well, I don't know about you, but I got informed. Guys, hey, guys, where's my drink?